What it do, y'all? It's your boy Beantown Spins, man. And we back with another video. You already know, we always in the building. If you're new to the channel, I'm Beantown Spins, your 360 wave specialist, and here is where you're gonna learn all you need to know about 360 waves. Now, if that sounds like something you into, rush on over to that subscribe button, hit it for me, please, and let's get waving. When should you be combing 360 waves? For my beginners out there, if you don't know when it comes to waving or trying to get or achieve 360 waves, combing is just as important as brushing. How often should I comb? When should I be combing? And as always, when it comes to these questions, it just sparks an idea, and here comes the video of just answering y'all's questions. So when should you be combing, right? You should at least be combing once a day. At least once a day. Not to say you can't comb more than that or how much you should actually be combing. At least once a day. So whether you wanna wake up first thing in the morning, get a comb session in, and then leave it at that, or whenever you just want to get a comb session in, you should at least get one in once a day. What I like to do is include my comb session in with my brush session. So what I would do is I'll wake up, depending on obviously what I'm doing, but if I have some time on my hand, I will get the comb session in, and then I will go in with the hard, medium, soft to lay it back down. And right then and there, I got my comb session in. You feel me? Early, easy. Another time you should be combing when you're washing. So when you do a wash and style, how to wash your 360 waves. If you don't know how to wash your 360 waves, or if you're not familiar with a wash and style, check out my wash and style playlist. But that is another time you should be combing. Always recommend that you comb before you start washing. You should do it anyways, because when you wash your hair, when you're preparing to wash your hair, you need your hair to be lifted. You know what I'm saying? The whole point of combing is to just lift that hair, and it helps with, you know, your connection to your flow, but it lifts your hair. So you always want to comb as you're getting ready to wash and try to get all the dirt out. You want your hair to be, you know, lifted up and just easy to maneuver through and wash and scramble wash and all of those things. So a washing style is another time you should always be washing. If your pattern is not set, meaning you don't really have a pattern, you're still in the ripple stage, you don't necessarily have to focus on combing just yet. If you're just a flat out beginner, you don't have any waves, you don't have any ripples, just focus on the brushing. And when it comes to combing, I comb with the grain. With the grain means, you know, combing like that. Combing like that. Now, if your pattern is set, you could always comb against the grain. Regardless, what I like to do is start combing with the grain, and then eventually I'll just go into against the grain, and then I'll maybe start my wash, or even as I said with my brush sessions, I'll comb with the grain, against the grain, and then just lay it all back down. You know what I mean? Like, the whole point of that comb is to just smoothen out those waves, so when you get to brushing and laying back down, they just smoothly, you know, create the flow over the consistent time you've been combing and brushing. And now obviously, if you just get a fresh cut, you know, depending on how low you cut, you're not gonna really just be able to comb out the gate. Obviously, you wanna start combing at, you know, combing length when you're able to comb. So maybe if you get like a 1.5, you won't be able to comb right away. That's cool. Just make sure you're brushing, and as your hair grows, make sure you're paying attention and get that comb. As I always mention in my videos, when it comes to brushing, you should have 3 brushes. Now, do you need 3 combs? Not necessarily, but for me, I keep 3 combs on deck for the 3 different stages of my hair. As I'm going into the wolf, meaning, you know, my hair is starting to prepare to go into that wolf season, starting to grow. I'm gonna start with the skinny mini right here. This is for when I'm in the early stages and I feel like, all right, cool, I got a little something to comb. I'm gonna use this. Then as we get a little heavier, going with this. And then when I'm there, when we wolfing, full-blown wolfing, I go on with this. So I'm not saying you need 3 combs, but it's also just a good way to think about it. Have 3 different combs for 3 different stages of your hair. As long as you're combing once a day and you're making sure you're just getting in that combing, paying attention to your washing styles, combing when you're washing and styling, and just those things I said, incorporating combing into your brush sessions, you will be alright, man. Understand that combing is just as essential as brushing to forming your connections, smoothing out your waves, and breaking and avoiding forks. Always remember, if you get any value out of this video, to like, share, and subscribe. It's your boy Beantown Spence. We signing off.